Hello, my friend. I'm Dr. Anderson. I'm 60 years old. After more than 3 decades working in senior healthcare, I've come to realize something beautifully simple, yet profoundly true. We don't really grow old because of age. We grow old the moment we stop listening to our own bodies. Many of my patients at 55 or 65 sometimes look at me and ask, Doctor, is cancer just a matter of fate? Is there any way my body can fight it more naturally? And I always smile and say, yes. And sometimes the answer is sitting right there in your kitchen. Have you ever opened your fridge, seen an orange, a pomegranate, or a few leftover strawberries, and thought of them as just dessert? But from where I stand, after seeing hundreds of patients, those little things are actually nature's own medicine, quietly waiting to help you heal. I still remember Mrs. Margaret, a 68-year-old patient who came to see me 4 years ago. She had just finished radiation therapy for breast cancer. Her body was weak, her skin pale, her hair almost gone. But what struck me most wasn't her condition. It was her eyes. They were still bright, still full of hope. She asked me, Doctor, is there anything more I can do for myself beyond the pills? I looked at her, then gently pointed to a small piece of paper on my desk. A list of 5 fruits. I said, if you believe in simplicity, this is where we start. Mrs. Margaret followed that list faithfully. She ate a kiwi every morning, added a few slices of orange to her water, drank a bit of pomegranate juice before dinner, and sometimes made tomato soup for lunch. 3 months later, she came back. Her skin was glowing, her hair had started to grow again, and she said, I don't know if it's the fruit, doctor, but I feel more alive, lighter, stronger, happier. And I smiled, because to me that wasn't just nutrition, it was rebirth, from the inside out. Science today talks a lot about antioxidants. It sounds complicated, but really they're just the body's shield, protecting each cell from tiny bits of damage that happen every day. As we age, that shield gets thinner, and that's why a single kiwi, a handful of strawberries, or a glass of fresh orange juice can make a real difference. Studies show that people who eat fresh fruits rich in vitamin C and polyphenols have up to a 40% lower risk of cancer. But I don't want you to remember the number. I want you to remember the feeling, the quiet gratitude your body gives you when you feed it something pure. Now I want you to imagine this. It's morning. You sit by the window as sunlight hits your glass of warm water with half a lemon. You take a sip, breathe deeply, and feel your body awaken. Gently, naturally. No pills, no ads. Just you and your body, working together with nature. To me, that's what true medicine is. Not formulas or fads, but harmony between modern science and nature's ancient wisdom. Another patient of mine, Mr. Thomas, a 72-year-old retired high school teacher, once told me, you know, doctor, I used to think fruit was for the young. Now it's part of my morning ritual. I asked him why. He said, because it reminds me that I'm still taking care of myself, no matter how old I am. That stayed with me for days, because I realized healthy eating isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about honoring the life you already have. You see, as age comes, our bodies whisper softly, take care of me. And that care doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes it's as simple as adding a bit of color to your plate, the red of pomegranate, the gold of mango, the green of kiwi, the purple of grapes. Each color is like a biological message sent to your cells saying, I'm still here. I'm still fighting. I always tell my patients, age doesn't make you weak. Habits do. And those habits, they can start today. Just pick one fruit. One, and eat it every day, because you can't control everything. Not your genes, not the environment, not even time. But you can control what you put on your plate. When I was young, I believed in medicine. When I turned 60, I began to believe in the body. And now, after thousands of patients, I believe in the partnership between human wisdom and the earth's natural healing. If you're watching this video today, maybe you're searching for hope, or simply a way to live a little healthier. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'll share with you the 5 fruits that can help your body naturally defend itself against cancer. Gently, simply, yet powerfully. Nothing complicated, nothing far away. Just simple truths from nature and from the heart of a man who has lived long enough to understand this. We can't stop time, but we can choose how we grow old. And if you're hearing my voice right now, know this: your body is still listening to you. Every small change you make can become the first step in a new journey, a journey of health, of faith, and of life itself. When people talk about preventing cancer, they often think of medicine, tests, or complicated numbers. But sometimes the answer is something you can hold in your hand: a ripe pomegranate, a crisp apple, or a few slices of cool green kiwi. Let's start with the pomegranate. I like to call it the heart of life, not just because its red color reminds us of blood, but because inside every seed lies hundreds of tiny gems filled with polyphenols, anthocyanins, and ellagic acid, natural compounds that can slow the growth of cancer cells. A study from UCLA found that men who drank pomegranate juice daily experienced up to a 67% slower rise in PSA levels, a key marker for prostate cancer. But I don't want you to remember the number. I want you to imagine this: something beautiful, sweet, and alive, quietly protecting you from the inside out. One of my patients, Richard, age 64, once told me, "My morning glass of pomegranate juice feels like I'm pouring fresh energy into every cell of my body." And I believe him, because this time, science and emotion are on the same side. Next, let's talk about kiwi. Small but mighty. Did you know that one kiwi has more vitamin C than a large orange? It not only boosts immunity, but also helps your body rebuild collagen and repair tissues damaged by chemotherapy or radiation. A patient of mine, Ellen, 59, once said, "Doctor, ever since I added kiwi to my breakfast, I don't just feel healthier, I feel happier." I asked her why. She smiled and said, "Because that green color makes me feel like spring still exists in my life." I never forgot those words, because some things science can't measure, but the heart can feel. And then, the apple. So familiar that we sometimes forget it's the very symbol of health. The old saying goes, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away." That's not just a piece of folklore. Modern research shows that quercetin and pectin, two compounds found in apples, can reduce inflammation, support gut health, and strengthen the immune system. Three key defenses against cancer. I often tell my patients, don't just eat an apple, eat it as a ritual. Take a slow bite, feel the crispness, and let your body know that you're sending it a message: I'm taking care of you. And here they are, blueberries, what I like to call the purple pearls of youth. They're tiny but loaded with anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that help sweep away free radicals, those silent troublemakers that damage DNA and fuel cancer growth. Interestingly, people who eat blueberries regularly tend to have healthier hearts, sharper focus, and better memory. One of my patients, Walter, age 70, once told me, "Every morning I eat a handful of blueberries. I don't know if it helps my memory, but at least I remember what I'm living for." And I thought, maybe health begins exactly there, with that mindset. And finally, the orange. It's not just a source of vitamin C, it's a fruit that lifts the spirit. I often tell patients in recovery to begin their day with a glass of fresh orange juice, not just for their immune system, but for the scent, the brightness, the gentle tang that wakes every sense. A study from Harvard found that people who regularly consume vitamin C-rich foods, like oranges, grapefruits, and lemons, have about a 25% lower risk of stomach cancer. But for me, the real power of an orange isn't in the data. It's in the feeling. The quiet reminder that no matter how tired yesterday was, you can always begin again. I know what you might be thinking. Can just a few fruits really make such a difference? And I'll tell you honestly, yes, if you believe in consistency. Because health doesn't come from one big change. It comes from small choices repeated every single day. One apple, one glass of pomegranate juice, one slow, mindful breakfast with kiwi. Those simple acts, they're how you quietly build the walls of your body's own defense. They're not miracles. They're patience. And patience, I've learned, is what saves us from the storms of aging. I've met many patients over the years, and I've noticed something they all share. The healthiest ones aren't defined by what medicine they take, but by the relationship they have with their own body. They listen to it. They nurture it with daily kindness. So when you eat an orange or drink a glass of pomegranate juice, don't think you're just eating. Think of it as a conversation with yourself. And when you treat your body with care, it will respond with strength, resilience, and peace that no pill could ever give. Music fades softly. Light grows warmer. I want you to remember this. You don't have to change everything at once. Just start with one small step today and let your body teach you the rest. Because in the end, health isn't a destination, it's a dialogue between you and time itself. And if you listen closely enough, you'll hear a gentle reply. Thank you for taking care of me. When I turned 60, I began to understand something. Health isn't just the numbers on a medical report. It's how you feel when you open your eyes each morning. Some mornings I look in the mirror and see a few more wrinkles, a little more gray in my hair. But instead of sighing, I smile. Because this body has been with me for 6 decades. It has endured, healed, loved, and kept me alive long enough to sit here and talk to you. People often ask me, Doctor, what's the real secret to staying healthy as we grow older? And I tell them honestly, there's no magic formula. No pill can replace a good habit, and no doctor can heal you if you refuse to listen to your own body. The secret sometimes is found in the simplest things. A glass of orange juice in the morning, a dinner filled with fruits and vegetables, a deep sleep, a smile, a short walk around the neighborhood. These small, ordinary moments, they are the most powerful medicine you could ever give yourself. Camera slowly shifts. The doctor looks into the lens, speaking softly. I know, you may have lived through exhaustion, through those nights in a hospital bed, staring at the ceiling, asking, what have I really been living for? Or maybe you've lost someone you love, and with that grief, your body felt weaker too. I understand. I've been there, sitting beside my mother's hospital bed, holding her hand during her final days, wondering if, as a doctor, there was something more I could do. But then I realized we can't always add more days to life, but we can make the days we have mean more. So start with what you can control. You can't change the past, but you can change your lunch today. You can't stop aging, but you can choose how you age. And if you think it's too late to begin, remember this. The human body has an incredible ability to heal. It's just waiting for you to send one small message that you still want to live well, live joyfully, live fully. I've always believed that being healthy isn't about escaping death. It's about learning to love every moment you're still alive. You may not move as quickly as before, but you can still walk each morning. You may not eat like you did at 30, but you can still choose what nourishes you. You may not control time, but you can decide how you face it, with peace, gratitude, and grace. One of my patients, Frank 74, once told me something I'll never forget. He said, Doctor, I know I can't live forever, but every day I drink my pomegranate juice and eat a few blueberries because it reminds me that I'm still taking care of myself. And that feeling that I still care makes me feel alive. I nodded because he was right. Health isn't just the absence of disease. It's the quiet awareness that you are worthy of care, no matter your age. If you're watching this today and you're wondering, can I start again? My answer is yes. Anytime, any day, even today. Start by listening to your body. Ask it what it needs. Maybe it's a little fresh fruit. Maybe it's a few extra minutes of sleep. Or maybe it's just a quiet moment to breathe. You don't have to change everything. Just choose one small thing and do it with love. That's where the magic begins. I'm Dr. Anderson, and I believe every one of us has the power to heal, not just through medicine, but through patience, kindness, and gratitude for this life. If my words meant something to you today, please click like, subscribe, and share this video with someone you care about. Because sometimes a small reminder like this can help someone begin their own journey to health and happiness. Thank you for being here with me. Keep a peaceful heart, a strong body, and a spirit that knows how to smile. Because that's the most beautiful way to grow old.